Hi everyone. It's Monday, and I'm Dr. Bernardo coming to you. And I wanted to, first of all, and most importantly, during this challenging time, hope that you and your families are well. It's amazing to me just how important our health suddenly became in all of our minds. So I hope your families are well. And I think that we told you recently what we're trying to do is get as many different resources online as we can for you. And so we have people reading stories and all those different things that can add to the amazing things that your teachers will be doing with you, because we're really trying hard to stay connected. Nothing will ever replace a teacher, but we're really trying hard to stay connected. So what we've done is we've added some things.
Random moment of science.
Yes, we've added a random moment of science. Let me introduce you. This is Mrs. Bernardo.
Hey.
And Mrs. Bernardo was a science teacher for a long, long time. And we met actually when Mrs. Bernardo was teaching science and coaching cheerleading at school where I was teaching social studies and coaching football. So she, for some reason, decided to go out with me. And here we are. And Mrs. Bernardo is going to take us through a really cool science experiment. And what made me think of it is, I woke up last night and remembered when I watched Mr. Scharf do an awesome experiment in front of his daughter's class one day. So I asked Mrs. B if she could take me through one. So we'll go through an experiment and we'll talk a little bit about it. It'll be the first thing on our random moments of science?
Random
Our
moments
random
of
moments of
science.
science site. So with that, put our safety goggles on, Mrs.
Put
B.
your safety goggles on and your gloves, please.
Okay.
We were contacted by the San Diego Zoo that they needed some toothpaste for elephants. You can check out their live elephant camp, sandiegozoo.com. And we're going to make what's called elephant's toothpaste. What we have in the graduated cylinder right now is some hydrogen peroxide, not the stuff you have at home, the stuff that mom might use for dyeing hair or hair places might use. I haven't tried it with the regular stuff, but I think you might want to.
Mrs. B, these gloves are challenging.
I'm sorry your hands are so big. We have yeast. What do you use yeast for, Dr. D?
I use yeast when I make my homemade pizza.
There you go. It makes bread rise. We also have some detergent. So we have the hydrogen peroxide in there. Dr. B, could you put in some drops of food
What is
coloring?
this called?
A graduated cylinder, we said.
Okay. So this is a graduated cylinder, and I'm going to put food coloring drops in there.
About 10 drops. Give it a good squirt. All right, nice and blue.
Couple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we're going to add in the detergent. Maybe it might make it purple. And then for the catalyst, we're going to add in the yeast.
What is a catalyst, Mrs. B?
It speeds up the reaction. So we have H2O2 that's going to react with the yeast and become water and oxygen. Go ahead, pour it in and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have toothpaste.
Is it going to go overflow?
It's going to overflow, honey.
I love it.
Now if you feel the beaker, tell me, the graduated cylinder, tell me what you feel.
It's warm. Why
It's
is that?
warm because that's exothermic. It means it releases heat as it comes out. Exothermic, exit.
So what did we do? So why did this happen one more time?
It's a chemical reaction between H2O2 and the catalyst, which is yeast, and it releases oxygen and water. So the oxygen is what's causing the bubbles to come up. The heat is being released as the chemical reaction, and eventually we have water, but not water that we would drink.
Now I want to thank you for this, Mrs. Bernardo. For our whole lives, we've been, I always say, we're in this mixed marriage, right? A science brain and a social studies brain. So I know I'm getting some History Channel out of this tonight as payback for being so interested in science. But thank you, and thank you all for listening. And I know that Mrs. B's students are fortunate to have her, and I know that we're all fortunate to have you at home. So be well, and we'll tune in again soon.
Hopefully for another random act of science.